What's up? Alright, so today I am going to share a DIY project that I started a couple of weeks ago. And you must be also wondering, why would I do this?
Let's just say I'm a concerned prude with a lot of time on his hands.
Alright, so the main challenge of this is just like if any of you saw the turtle van me and Grim did, I think was last year, I would just use things that were around the house and build this thing. Cardboard, foam board, straws, wooden sticks, pallet sticks, stuff like that. Basically, during the design phase, the whole idea was to build a motorized motorcycle for 6-inch figures. So we'll see if it was successful or not, or if I have to go back to the drawing board. This is not a tutorial on how to do this thing, it's just like a showcase. I'll leave the links in the description below to the videos that really inspired me to do this, so you could use that as a tutorial. But basically, it's around the same thing I did. You know, a little ideas here and there, and just put my own spin on it.
Are you ready, kids?
Alright guys, so let's begin. I'll be starting from the front of the bike and make my way to the back, explaining how I did certain things. Well, actually all the things. Alright, so the wheels, definitely cardboard. For the disc, so I used, to paint the whole bike, I used can paint, black and silver chrome. The disc itself, believe it or not, I used watercolor paint just to get this, because I didn't really see the sense buying a whole can again just to spray these two spots, so it will be on this side and on the other side. So when I flip the bike, you will see it. Right, so the forks, I actually use straws. Yes, straws like these to get the job done. And inside the straws, to strengthen it, because a 6-inch figure will be going on this bike later on, so I'll demonstrate that it works. I use these are sticks. I stuck two together and then put them in the straws. As I said, I'll have pictures up somewhere around the video to show you guys how I did it. So during the build, I realized that the straws weren't strong enough to actually hold the weight of the bike and the figure on the seat. So I went on to use these, I'll say pallet sticks. So they'll look like this. Cut them, paint them silver, and they actually fortified the structure so the bike wouldn't fall on itself. Alright, so I could move on. This is cardboard. I use the same sticks.
Did these sticks have a whistling sound?
As the handles. So the same method I used to fortify the forks, I used here. Just stuck two together, painted, bam, handles. We could move on to the fuel tank. Now it have a special feature on the fuel tank that I made. It's able to open up, and if you look inside, this is the switch for the whole apparatus. So I thought that would have been a real clever thing, instead of because if you really look, it really have no space to put the switch, and I didn't really want to glue it down on the bike itself. So yeah, that's where it is. The tank itself, cardboard again. Alright, next on, the frame. As you can see, is the same pallet stick, painted it black. Across here to the back, the swing arm, I'll call it. I'm not really a versed bike guy, but I know certain parts of the bike. So the swing arm, pallet sticks, and below here I actually used foam board and painted it silver so it could hold the battery and the motor stand and the motor, but we'll get to that soon enough. Move on to the seat. Now if you look carefully, you'll see the seat made out of some leatherette I just had lying around the house, so I just put it on it so, you know, whoever's riding the bike, you know, they could feel a little fancy, you know, it could look a little posh. Whatever. Okay, and you move on to the back. Same thing with the wheel. Is made out of cardboard. I made it thicker so it will be able to balance better and probably grip on the road better, but we'll see if that worked. So alright guys, this is basically the other side of the bike. Please don't mess on my paint job. You can cut me some slack. Alright, so let me explain the battery and the motor situation. Now the videos that inspired me to do this, I realized that those guys, they tend to glue their battery to the frame of the bike, and they did the same for the switch and for the motor. The reason why I didn't do this is because just in case the motor fails or the battery the battery has no power, I'll be able to remove it, and I could demonstrate with the battery. So I could actually slide it out like this and just unclip the cap in there, and I could also remove the battery. The same thing goes for the motor. This is a clip here, and this is the motor itself, so I can remove it. Let me just go and get one to show you guys how it's made up. I got the parts from Amazon. As I said, I'll show a picture. It costs around $14. Alright, you get a variety of pulleys, gears, motors, motor clamps, and the 9-volt battery caps. This is the 9-volt battery cap that I use, that I got in the set. This motor, I got about 6, and to be quite honest, out of the 6, 4 is working. Alright, and this is the clamp here. So the way how this is built, well, the way how this is made up, sorry, basically like that. So it's removable. I wanted it to be removable, as I explained earlier. This is the switch. I like to do these little projects and stuff. Right? I like to do things with my hands. Just in case if you ask why I use a 9-volt battery, initially this bike was supposed to move with the 6-inch figure at the top, and it was supposed to also have a light here, like a headlight. Grim actually loaned me I think it's a 3-volt LED, but it didn't last the testing phase. The testing phase, it actually broke. So I don't know, maybe if I want to make like a 2.0 version of this, I'll definitely include the light. Back around on the next side, in the pack, as stated earlier, you'll get pulleys. So there's a pulley here and here. Alright, you also get rubber bands with the set, so I choose to use this rubber band here. This is a very quick size comparison compared to a 6-inch figure standing up. Here comes the 2 most important questions with this showcase. First question, does it work? Let's see, does it work? So I already opened the tank and I'm gonna flip the switch. Yep. It works. It works. And the second question to ask, does a modern figure fit in it? Alright, so he fits. He fits. Alright, so note to self, I'll have to do some work on the foot stand here. I really don't like his foot hanging off like that, but hey, 2.2 should be on its way. Alright, so just take a look around. I know he's not really sitting on the seat, but that's not too bad. And I could just picture it as, since it's Destro on the bike, is some experimental motorcycle made from Mars, showing it off to Cobra Commander, or just trying to get away from the Jews on it. Yeah, okay, so final thoughts, the motorcycle moved, that's a plus. So what I realized, one of the problems I had was actually clearance between the wheel and the engine itself, because of the tension of the rubber band. When the motor was on, it kept pulling against the wheel, so it will cause the wheel to either stop, or you might get a real cool motorcycle sound, like it's really a motorcycle engine there. I have no complaints for that, but with the weight of Destro on the seat itself too, that caused it to stop for some weird reason. But hey, I'll use better materials next time. Right, this 9-volt battery, it worked like a charm. Another thing that I had a complaint about is this. Well, it was a cheeky design. You see, putting the switch in there was a bother, because Destro leaning over to grip the handles, and if your finger's big, mine not that big, but I got trouble actually putting the switch on and off with it in here. So with a version 2.0, which I'll be working on, I'll change that. I'll put the switch on the outside so it'll be easier. I do think I'll go back to a conventional bike look. Have you guys ever seen d.i.y Extreme? Yeah, I like that cartoon. They had a bike hybrid car thing called I think it was the Road Bullet. I'll have some pictures up. I think I'll attempt that afterwards. But after learning everything that I went through here, version 2.0 should be better. I'll definitely be including a light. I'll get something a little bit more durable so it won't break. This was my d.i.y project, making a motorized motorcycle from scratch for 6-inch figures. Look forward to the Road Bullet. You guys stay safe. See you guys on the next one.